When I started this video game show, I set out to review every Godzilla video game ever made. But I found there are some games that are just out of reach for one reason or another. For example, there's a game called CinemaScope Adventure Godzilla. This was released in Japan in 1984 for PC 8801 and FM7, so it's a bit inaccessible to me. This is a text-based game which adapts the very first 1954 Godzilla film. The following year, in 1985, another PC 8801 release dropped called New Godzilla. Again, it's text-based, this time adapting The Return of Godzilla. Take a look. This is what games were. Another 1985 game from Japan was Fierce Dragon Godzilla Metropolis Destruction. This was out for FM7 and X1 computers. This game appears to be a good old-fashioned kaiju simulator where you're Godzilla walking around destroying stuff. Look at this newscaster flipping out in the corner, I love it. Here, Godzilla's atomic breath looks like I-beams, but they're I-beams that are coming out of his mouth. There's a 1993 Godzilla game for the PC 9800 series. This Japanese release appears to be another strategy game, point and click. I can't play mine because it comes on floppy disks. There are other PC games and promotional discs I haven't talked about on this channel yet. Some I can't access, some I'll show you in the future, but we don't have to go that deep into the weeds today. Sometimes I can access the game, but I don't feel like I can give it a fair review because the language barrier is just too strong for me to break through, so I struggle to play the games accurately. Still, I'd like to acknowledge them and have a little fun. One of these games I'm talking about is Archipelago Shark. Shark! Archipelago Shark. Is Archipelago Shark. I can't stop saying it now. Archipelago Shark. Archipelago Shark. A 1995 battle simulator developed by Sega and released on their Sega Saturn in Japan. It never came to the States. For those of you who don't know, an archipelago is like a chain of islands that you can Hey, what are you doing, man? The video game review?
Oh no, you're stepping on my lines! I'm supposed to do the for those of you who don't know part.
No, I said we're not doing a sidekick.
Oh, come on! I'm such a good idea!
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Could you at least tell the people what I am?
I think the people know what you're supposed to be.
You need to say it. I'll go after you say it.
It's a bearded clam, okay? It's a fucking vagina joke. In this review about a Godzilla battle simulator, Christ almighty. No, that's too much. Thank you for watching. I am MIB. I dabble in Godzilla. I have a whole YouTube channel. And a lot of things I talk about I purchase through the service Buy-ee. It's not like the other sponsorships on YouTube. You know for a fact how much of a video library of mine is possible because I was able to buy things from Japan through the proxy service Buy-ee. Without Buy-ee, there's no video on Little Goji or Godzilland. What about Godzilla fashion? Japanese Godzilla video games? No ROMs here. Get me the real thing. Click the link below and start a free Buy-ee account. Buy-ee will give you 2,000 yen of free money. If you want. Treat yourself. Buy-ee handles money conversion, translations, item storage. It's all so easy and intuitive. And it's like a kaiju convention every single day. Thank you, Buy-ee. Click the link below. It helps the channel. So does liking and subscribing. But you don't get paid for that one. What? I'm being honest. Enjoy. This is gonna be a short review because I don't speak Japanese and battle simulators aren't my genre. Watching this in 2025, you might not be grasping how different this was. A Godzilla video game using decent full motion video like this, with the full score like this? Maybe that's why this montage kinda drags on. Maybe they were really milking it. Any day now. Okay, here we go. Starting the game brings more video with a text crawl talking about Godzilla's origin. It takes a little time. Basically, you work for the JSDF and you need to stop Godzilla by boring him to death. Where is the game? This is now the third Godzilla battle simulator I've reviewed, the others being War of the Monsters on NES and Giant Monster March on Game Gear. One thing that makes this one meaningfully different is this isometric angle and really nice monster graphics and animations. I enjoy seeing the monsters fight each other. Somehow I BS'd myself into level 2. This one's got some Mothra larvae out to find an egg. I guess they're expecting a younger sister. Here's a little fun fact about this game, by the way. It's one of like 30-something Sega Saturn games that works with a Saturn mouse. This game is brimming with monsters. It came out in 1995, just in time to get Destroya in there, and other fun additions from the Heisei era. In addition to monsters from the Showa era. I don't think the level layouts are meant to represent movies, as you'll see things like Rodan fighting Batra, or multiple Mechagodzillas. I'm sure if you put in the work, you could actually figure this game out despite the language barrier, especially if you're familiar with battle simulation basics. But I don't got that kind of time, man. I gotta move on.
Hey!
Said we're moving on.
Hey! Shuck you, man!
Shuck. Alright, that was pretty funny. In the late 90s, Sony's Godzilla ruled the world. The earliest video game he got was in 1997 on Godzilla.com. It was called G-Patrol VR Combat Simulator. This game was lost for a while, but as of this video, it's on archive.org. So I guess I can play it. But I don't want to.
What is that?
Before there was red, there was yellow. There was a multiplayer online game called Godzilla Online. And this was pretty fleshed out. You could be a scientist, a soldier, a reporter, or a baby Godzilla. As you might imagine, this game is no longer available even if you have the disc. TriStar Godzilla also appeared in the 1998 game Godzilla Trading Battle, a card game for the Sony PlayStation only released in Japan. I'm gonna be even more lost on this one. I've never played a collectible card game in my life, and now I gotta play one in Japanese? Might as well ask me to learn violin while driving stick. Well, at least I got to hear the most banger PlayStation intro ever.
There's the sugar.
1954.
Yeah, this part's in English.
A monster was born. 1998. It has returned to the game.
That's right, I've returned to the game. It's either play or get played.
Just look at this intro. Hell yeah! Godzilla, King Ghidorah. Wait, back up. Vagno. Oh, okay. Destroya, Mothra, Batra. Wait. Okay, Biolante. Wait! This game has original monsters like Vagnosaurus. And there's Razin, Girumu. Fuck you, man. Then the TriStar Godzilla gets its own little introduction, and this looks really good in my opinion. Well, after seeing all these monsters, I am hyped. Let's get to the game. Alright, there's Monster Island. Apparently these two little shits are running around it. Oh, okay, these kids have been talking to monsters since they were little. Do we need all this lore for a card game? Here's the professor, and they're still talking. I'm 7 minutes into my captured footage, and there's no game. Who's this? Stop adding characters! Oh, thank God stage 1 is starting. There's more? Why are we in New York City? Oh God, don't make me knock these things down, please, God. There's still so much talking. Okay, maybe now we'll... No! Who the fuck is this guy? Galactic Empire Commander? Now there's aliens invading! Where are the cards? And I can't skip any of it. They talk so much they might as well start a podcast.
You
roughly 10 minutes later, and finally a game board. That's 10 minutes I could have been... scrolling nonsense probably, if we're being honest. Another isometric angle. This game's got a huge roster of monsters, including some bullshit monsters it pulled out of its ass. And as you saw, this game makes a point to welcome Godzilla 98 into the Toho monster family. But all in all, visually, as far as I know, it looks fine. As I said, I don't know this stuff, and again, perhaps, if you are familiar with these games, you'll be able to figure this one out, even with the language barrier. Returning to the category of games that don't exist anymore. An example is Godzilla Monster Mayhem, which was available on mobile devices in 2009. It's long gone now, but still accessible via emulation. This footage is from my pal Toku Society. It's got a city destruction element, and it looks pretty okay. That's a cool Godzilla. It's got a little attempt at lore. Why does this guy look so familiar? Who is he?
Wait, you gotta be
What is that? Is Godzilla fighting a ball? It looks like Pee Wee Herman's aluminum foil ball. Mothra, finally another monster. Also, there's King Ghidorah, not bad looking at all. Apparently, this is one of 2 games under the Monster Mayhem title, both by India Games, the other being a fighting game. The 2014 legendary Godzilla movie brought along some temporary games. I've touched on some of the mobile games before, like Smash 3. I actually enjoyed that one. There was a free-to-play web browser game called Godzilla Crisis Defense, and this was a resource conservation-based strategy game that leans heavily on video clips from the film. Technically, you can still play this one through the Wayback Machine. As of this video, it's still functional. From here out, things get real messy. There's a 2016 mobile game, Godzilla Kaiju Collection. I've spoken about the Shin Godzilla VR demo before, that's no longer accessible. There's the 2016 free-to-play online game Shin Arima, which put Godzilla in a horse racing game. How did I miss this one? How did I miss this? In a separate video, we'll cover all the mobile games Godzilla has popped up in. We still have some handheld games to cover, the Super Robot series, some more PC treasures like I mentioned before, and hell, there's even a whole world of slot machines and pachinko machines. This is all to say that even though I've now covered basically every Godzilla video game ever made, there's still a lot of meat on the bone. Somehow. But we'll get to it, and other games too.
And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Remember to like, share,
No, and you won't be here next time. You're a one-and-done character.
We'll see about that.
It's decided.
Well, what about my friend One-Eyed Willie?
God damn it. Alright, that's funny.
Jojiro.
MrWest.com.